Hi, I'm Anne from Game Like a Mother. Today I'm going to show you how to play Detective Charlie. It's ages 7 and up, 1 to 5 players, and it takes 25 minutes. Let me show you how to play. The goal of the game is to eliminate suspects until you just have one left, and then check to see if you have the correct culprit. For each of the cases, you take the case deck out of the box, which is in one of these packets, and then you place the 8 suspect cards around the outside of the box, the 8 witness cards in a circle around the case card in the center. You put Detective Charlie by the number 1 spot, and you have a die and a clock, and you also have a couple evidence cards which you place underneath the witness card that has the same number as it. The clock starts at 12, and the oldest player gets to read both the front and the back of the case card. And then they are also the first to roll the die and take the appropriate action. There are a few different dice rolls you can have. You can have a 1 or a 2, and for that, you just move that many spots in either direction on these witness cards. And you have to move the full 2 if you roll a 2. You can't choose to just take one spot. You go to that card, and then you would flip it over and read the card. Depending on the information on the card, you may be able to eliminate 1 or 2 suspects, or you're just gathering information that will help you eliminate a suspect in the future. Also, you can roll just a clock, a stop clock on here, and then you move this forward, your watch forward 1 spot. So if the first person went and they rolled a 2, they came here, read this, and maybe removed a suspect or 2, their turn is over, you pass the die to the left. If the next person rolled the clock, that's it for their turn. They would move the clock to 1, and then that's it. And then the other die roll that you can have is if you move it on to the next person and they get a clock plus a question mark, the clock moves forward 1 hour, and you can choose to move Detective Charlie to any of these other spots. So they might choose to move it all the way over here, and then they would read this card. And you're always careful if there is an evidence card, you first read the witness statement here, and sometimes that allows you to go straight to the evidence card, but sometimes it does not. So you might need to come back to the spot in the future. It is important to remember which numbers you have gone to. You can, and sometimes you're supposed to, revisit a witness multiple times. And you continue to move around and eliminate suspects until just 1 is left. At that point, you take the culprit card, open it up, and see if you got the right person. And you score based on what time it is when you finish. There is a handy chart on the inside of the last page of the rule book that tells you about the point values, but basically if you arrive at the correct culprit at or before the clock reaches 5 o'clock, then you get the maximum number of points, which is 5 points. You record that in your little Detective Charlie book here, and over the course of the 6 cases, you total up your scores and add them up at the end, and you want to get the highest score possible. So that's how to play Detective Charlie. It is a cute cooperative whodunit game. Know going in that it is only 6 cases that you can play once, and then you won't be disappointed, and it's great to pass along to another family or to play in a classroom setting. So check it out. Thanks, and see you next time from Game Like a Mother.